Hey everyone.
Hold on. Okay, wait a minute.
It's live.
Okay, go ahead. I'm about to record.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Ready, set, go.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Sacred Creative Weather Beans podcast. We are live on Facebook, YouTube. So we got some gems for you, and we've got Coach Hannah Yamaya and
Hey
our
guys.
very special guest, Tezzy.
Hey, y'all doing? I'm Tezzy B, the nomadic magician. It's nice to be here at Sacred Water Bees. My bad.
We are so happy to have you. So, today
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. We are coming out of Mercury retrograde that ended October 2nd, but we're in the shadow period. Shadow period about 2 weeks afterwards. Okay, so
Yep.
we want to come through and start talking about blockages, because I know I'm not the only one that feel that things aren't going quite the way I want them to go right now. Or they're not coming as fast. Things that I want to manifest is not coming as fast as I want it to. And because, usually Mercury retrograde, you want to hold off on what you're doing anyway. Hey, welcome everybody that come in. But you want to hold off on what you do during Mercury retrograde. During that time is when I retreat back. I review. I pay attention to detail. And then after Mercury retrograde, I start executing my plans. Mm-hmm. So in order to get rid of blocks, first thing I have to do is realize that there is a blockage there. Acknowledge it. The worst thing you could do is not acknowledge that you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? Usually you try to say, I'm having bad luck. Well, once you claim you're having bad luck, you're pretty much going to be stuck in bad luck. So first thing you do is acknowledge, I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? Look at your environment. That's what I do. I might have to clean my house. I might have to clean my room. It may be that my room is cluttered, as above, so below. So I'll start clearing out my room. That's first thing I do. But I'm going to pass it on to our special guest and see what he has to say, because I don't want to take all the time.
Let's tell us about you. Introduce yourself. Tell us where they can find you, what you do.
Sorry about that, yeah.
So, I am a witch / tarot card reader. You can find me all over Facebook. I'm Tezzy B, the nomadic magician. You can go to my business page, Nomadic Works. I'm all over it. Mm-hmm. And far as to this discussion and everything, I'm so glad she jumped into it and everything. Accountability. You know what I'm saying? Accountability counts for everything. All your troubles that you store up throughout the seasons and everything in between Mercury retrograde has to come forward in Mercury retrograde. And guess what? It leaves residual bad energy that you have to clear out. And there's a few things that you can do to clear it out. You can always use black salt in your environment and everything. Sprinkle it over your doorstep. Sleep with it and everything up in your pillowcases. You know what I mean? And it helps clear it out.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I can say that another way to do it is I know, Christmas is coming, y'all. Christmas is coming. And it's not my favorite holiday.
Christmas.
But the reason why I say Christmas is coming, because they sell those little bulbs that you put on a tree, the empty clear bulbs. Right now, retrograde is ending. I think the next retrograde ends on the 25th, and the retrograde and Pluto ends on the 28th. But retrograde and Mercury ended on the 2nd, but we still got retrograde and Saturn and retrograde and Pluto, you guys. So retrograde has not ended. It's just not as potent as Mercury, okay? But I can tell you this. You can also make those sachets with those Christmas ornaments that they sell, the empty Christmas ornaments. You can make sachets to protect you from any negative energy, to remove that negative energy. You can also make sachets with the little little bags that you could buy on Amazon. You know, I'm a Setchet person. Mrs. Tiffany is a Setchet person. I guarantee you, if you ask her what she got in her bra right now, she's gonna pull it out. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, and you can always make sachets out of just normal everyday things around your house. If you have an old shirt that's really connected to you and everything that you really have feelings for, cut that bad boy up and everything. Get you a needle and thread, make you a little pocket sachet.
Right.
It works.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now remember, you get these sachets, you also have a mindset change. You can't just be walking around with these sachets and still be thinking, oh, nothing happens, nothing good happens to me. I always have bad luck.
Gotta be intentional. You are correct.
Exactly. You've got to put your intentions into it, and you've got to be positive with it. You know, you speak out your intentions, you speak out positivity. Sometimes you're going to hear some negative things in your mind. I'm not going to say that doesn't happen. It happens. You know, say you want a new car. How am I going to get it? That's the negative. Once you hear that, how am I going to get it? Oh, that's not up to me. Change that around. I know I'm going to get it. Doesn't matter how. Another thing, blockages. Telling people what you're doing. You do not tell everybody your moves because people are spitting venom.
So we have someone that said, how often is one cleaning the reflection surface? Your reflection surface or portal. Vinegar, ammonia, pine closes the portal to unwanted energy. I will say this, to be honest with you, I close that portal every week. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the more you're clean, the more energy repels. Negative energy repels. So I'll say clean whenever the fuck you need to. If you feel like some negative energy is floating around you in your household, your car, wherever you at, your workspace, clean that shit with ammonia, bleach, whatever. Sage it. Get you some black tourmaline crystals and put it around your, what's the name? Go ahead.
I was sure about to say that you can always use black tourmaline crystals. You can use onyx, obsidian. You know what I'm saying? And when you feel like the negative energy has been poured into the crystals, when you feel that and everything, then you replace it. You replace it with selenite and you replace it with rose quartz, so you can put out positive intention, positive energy up into your workspace, your home, etc. You know what I mean?
Right. But remember, selenite is an amplifier. So make sure that you have something to level that amplifying out, because selenite can give you too much good energy. You know what I'm saying? It can give you too much energy. So try to bring it with the rose quartz or a smoky quartz. Try to use those together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do know for myself, as far as cleansing, of course, I clean quite often, but clearing energy, I usually do that like if I feel like there's a breach of energy, because I don't let too many people in my home, first of all.
Same.
So, and I'll do it. I make sure I do it when it's a change of seasons. That's always. And every time I do it, I make sure I open my windows. I don't care if it's in the middle of wintertime. I open my windows because I want to circulate that energy. So
yeah, you want to, like, ain't no sense in saging and cleaning your house for bad spirits and everything if you ain't letting them out. You just getting them a little energy and everything. They basically laughing at you at that point. Like,
Right, because they linger. If you can't clean your house. I always was told that you clean from the back to the front, starting at the back door to the front door. Okay. If you are cleaning your house with closed doors and closed windows, those spirits and that negative energy is just going to move to the other side of the room. Okay.
Now I tell the folks and everything. Now, if you living in a spot like me, myself, and everything, where it ain't nothing but four walls, you know what I'm saying? Always start up in your corners and go out the door that's leading to the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's just your room that you're cleansing and everything, just do your four corners, then go to the door leading, going outside and everything. As you say, back to front.
Yep. Back to front. Back to front. It's definitely important. Miss Tiffany.
Now, I line my thresholds, my windowsills with this is black rice,
Mhm.
Hey.
complexion rice. Okay. That and then I got black salt as also.
Mm-hmm.
Um my crystals I put in my corners of my homes. I also keep water by my front door. I have a waterfall and then I have a rose of Jericho that I keep there as well.
Hey, okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have no idea why I have the rose of Jericho there, but Spirit let me do it.
I'm raising my hand so I can speak, but I can tell you this also a cinnamon broom. Cinnamon brooms are good for removing negative energy. They are actually on sale right now because of Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving. They're at every food line, Kroger's, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. You can find them anywhere. What I do is this is just my spiritual metaphysical opinion on how to use a cinnamon broom. I put one at the
Ooh.
front door and one at the back door. A lot of people say they put it behind the door. I don't put mine behind the door. I put mine over top of the door. Okay. At the top of the door. When I say the top, that means where the door shuts. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I put it at the top of the door because after I put the cinnamon broomstick at the top of the door, I put black and white salt outside and in the inside of my door. Why? Because I can tell you this. Ever since I had a cinnamon broomstick in my house over top of both doors, I know who can feel my energy and who don't like my energy. There will be people that will not step a foot inside my door. They will stand at the door or stand on my porch. The cinnamon broomstick, the black salt, and the white salt is definitely very potent if you are allowing too much traffic, a lot of negative energy in and outside of your house. Miss Tiffany.
I'm
Hi, Miss Sophie.
sorry. I was looking at some of the messages here, and I thank you, Vanette. She told me the Rose of Jericho is the offering for the gatekeeper. I was trying to figure out why I did it, but now I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm obedient. Now that comes from being in alignment. That's alignment right there. So I just came on live and gave you a real life example of alignment.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea, but Spirit led me to put this Rose of Jericho at my front door. Just now, I know why I did it. And I did it when I was told to. So that's alignment. So that shows me whatever I'm looking for, I must not be blocked.
I shaded it.
So you have something to add?
I can go into so many ways. Okay. I got some shit for y'all.
I mean, same way and everything. I'm so sorry. I have received a message and everything. My apologies, but same ways and everything. Like, in fact, I have a gift for the audience and everything. One of my jar ingredients. Well, a list of ingredients for one of my jar spells. So, you guys, I call this the anti bad vibes jar. You need bay leaves, chamomile, mugwort, cloves, rosemary, an amethyst crystal, and salt and pepper. But the salt and pepper you want to make sure is at the bottom of your jar. All these things together will help you repel bad vibes. And make sure you seal it with a candle, you know what I mean? A black candle or a white candle and everything.
Can you
I
put
like
that in
black
the
myself.
chat, please? I'm sorry. Can you put that in the chat?
What do you mean? The spell?
The ingredients, what it is.
Oh, okay, yes.
Because
Do
I
I
was gonna
push
try to
this?
write it down, but thank you.
Can I write it? How do I?
You should be
Yeah.
you should be able to type a message.
Okay. Yeah.
You should
Okay. I
be able to
got
do
it. I got it.
that. So yeah, so we're
Y'all,
talking
somebody called my phone and it stopped the podcast.
about.
So I wasn't tripping.
No, it stopped it. That's why I said, hold on, y'all. I was trying to say, hold on, because somebody called and it stopped it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's some
okay.
crazy stuff. You was going, the spirit said we was telling too much.
Oh, it's
Hey.
not when he was giving those ingredients, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably not meant for the podcast, just for the live.
I thought
Yeah.
they was both the same thing. Are they?
Well,
So, are we on a break?
Yeah.
No, okay.
oh, so
Oh, no,
I'm
I
sorry,
thought something
guys.
Miss
So
Tiffany.
we're taking a break, but we're going to stay live here so you guys can stay with us because we may give
Oh,
you more information that we can't just disclose on the podcast itself. So the podcast is going to be like on Spotify and what else is
so
it
the
again?
pie.
Podcast is on Spotify, Apple Music is on Apple.
It's on Spotify, Apple, and Anchor.
Yes. Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Sacred Creative
Oh,
What
geez.
podcast. Hey Raven.
All right, y'all. So we can keep going. 1 second.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on here.
Facebook.
So where should we pick up where you was talking, Miss Tiffany?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is I was gonna say Miss Tiffany was ask you what you gotta say again, and you can say the ingredients again so we can get that on the podcast.
Okay.
All right. So y'all ready?
All right. I'm
Here we
ready.
go. Go.
Okay. We're back, and we were talking to Mr. Tezzy. He was telling us giving us some good advice on what to use to clear some blockages, and there you go.
So, as I was saying and everything, it's a jar spell, you guys, that I want to give the group and everything. And of course the podcast. So what you're gonna need is a jar, of course, bay leaves, chamomile, mugwort, cloves, rosemary, an amethyst crystal, and salt and pepper. But the salt and pepper, you guys, you want to put the salt and pepper on in the bottom of your jar and everything to lock in them on them negative vibes and everything because all of this is gonna capture the negative vibes and everything around you. If your intention is correct. Don't like Miss Tiffany said and everything. Don't just put these things together and just think you're good and everything. Your attention, your mindset is key to any kind of magic.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so back to you, Miss Hannah.
I agree with you guys because a lot of times people will do these spells and these things that they don't know nothing about. One thing I can say with that in that jar that Mr. Tezzy is talking about is make sure that you have great intentions. Make sure that you're not
Please,
angry. Make sure that you're not
please.
upset. Make sure that you are not doing it out of spite. When it comes to protecting yourself from anybody, negative energy, negative situations, or anything like that. Make sure that you are grounded and balanced because remember, spells and rituals does backfire. Okay. No matter how you do it, when you do it, it will backfire. Miss Tiffany.
Yeah, that's that karma. What you put out is what you get back. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to be careful with what you do. When I don't say when you, when I realize I have a blockage, I have to sit down and figure out where,
Mm-hmm.
why.
Hmm.
Like I said, maybe clear my environment. I might have to clear the people from around me.
Hmm.
But the thing is I know that it's something I'm doing that's standing in the way. It's always me that's key. It's always you. You can blame other people if you want, but they can only do what you allow them to do. So once again, it's back to you. So you have to clear these blocks. You can't wait on somebody else to clear those blocks for you. Did it go out again? Oh, okay.
I just took the camera off.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But no, you can't wait for somebody else to remove those, blocks for you. And when I say blocks, it could be, like I said, you feel like you're stuck in a loop of bad luck, or things are just not
misfortune.
Right. Things aren't going the way you want them. Well, put it this way. They've always said we live on a globe, right? A ball, a wheel, if you may. So if you're on top of that, one way is negative thinking, the other way is positive. You need to be meeting at least right here in the middle so that things can go for you, because you can't have things that's too good. You can't have things too bad. You know that.
You gotta have that balance.
You gotta have that balance. Balance comes, you gotta balance your mind. So quiet your mind. Quiet your mind. As above, so below. You gotta clear that clutter out. Miss Hannah, you got something to say? You're on mute. You're on mute.
You're on mute, Vote.
We was talking about, removing blockages. A part of removing blockages is shielding and protecting. A lot of people are not doing that. You can't remove blockages and say, hey, I'm free. I'm a free woman. I'm a free man, and not shielding or protecting yourself. So I would like to go into a deep, small little mini court class right now on how to shield and protect, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all empathic, period. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't know that you're empathic doesn't mean that you're not empathic. Okay. And a lot of people don't know that. So whether you are empath or you practice communicating with spirits, or and even if you do, deal with energies on a regular basis, your thoughts and your attention tend to affect everyone. And empathic people are affected by multiple energies in a bigger level sense, like crystals they absorb from their environment. Everyone is empathic, again, like I said. So at a certain level, we all transmit and receive energy, and we get affected by our environment. So shielding protects you from any external energy that may be lower than your own. Okay, so there are some methods that I would like to, give you guys, if you guys will allow me, if I got time. And y'all let me know if y'all want to say something. I will stop and let you guys say whatever you got to say. But these methods are for protection against negative thoughts, such as jealousy, meaning to do any harm that directs to you, to those that's close to you, even to your home. Also, shielding protects against or observing others or another low energy or negative emotion. It helps against spirits of low energy that may be present in a room or in a house, or that it can prevent your channeling or reading. So if you're a reader, this is something that you need to do also. Okay. And there's a lot of readers in this group. It's a lot of readers that's watching this. So if you don't know this is a good time, especially if you just started your business and you didn't know that shielding and protecting is a must. So, shielding before meditation also prevents low energy spirits from getting in tune with you. Shielding empowers our positive thoughts, and it removes any negative wants our state of mind. Okay, once from our state of mind. So the good news is that shielding is easy to do, but it's something that you have to repeat. Repetition is needed in order to get so that protection won't fade. Just because you do one protection spell doesn't mean that it's not going to fade. After a certain while, you need to enhance your protection from any negative energies or negative people, negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative spirits. That is something that you need to do. So if you're not enhancing your protection after retrograde, now is the time after the 28th to enhance your protection. Okay. And I would suggest that you do it twice a day for if you are empath, once a day for the rest. Also, use whatever you feel that you need to use in order to stay protected. Also, I recommend shielding before attempting to do any divination technique. So if you're trying to learn how to read any kind of divination tools, try to shield. So ways to do this is you can use a white light protection. And how you do that is you close your eyes and with your intentions or your words, invite a white light to join you for protection. And with your mind's eyes, then imagine this white light surrounding your body and your attention will do the rest. Okay. You can also invoke angels for protection. And who is better angel to invoke besides Archangel Michael? And here's a protection chant that I use, and it's like you can do it in your head, you can say it out loud, but I silently say, Archangel Michael of the light, I call upon to you to embrace me with your divine light and shield me against any negative energy, any negative thought, any negative spirit, any negative person. Thank you, Ashe, whatever you say, so mote it be. Amen, hallelujah, whatever you say at the end of your prayers. But for this prayer, make sure that you apprehend each word as your intentions is required for Archangel Michael to understand what you need. And remember, spirits know energy and attention, not words. So even if you speak in it, make sure that your energy is very, 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 very high. Okay. Make sure that you are very, very, let them know that you are actually in this. Let them feel it. Okay. Anybody else got something to say before I go on the third one?
Okay, I come for a little couple of minutes and everything before we go to our little break and everything. So, you know what? It is so funny that you said what you said about the white light inversion technique and everything. That is a
Mm-hmm.
good technique, you guys. That is a very good technique. I kind of use a similar thing with some of my students or clients and everything. I tell them to imagine themselves in a big white protective egg,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and can't nothing break that egg but your own thoughts. You
Right.
build that egg. That's your protection against unwanted foes and so on and so forth. Now, and another thing, so you was talking about divination and everything, about protecting yourself, before card readings and everything. Don't forget to sage your cards. Like there is nothing wrong with saging your card. It clears that energy and everything. Like especially if you're doing it for a couple of days up in a row and everything, you want to make sure you especially get rid of them bad energies and everything, the negative energies around your cards and everything, or other people's energy. Just period and everything. And yeah.
Miss Tiffany, you want to take us on a break?
Okay, well, we are going to come back in about 30 seconds on the podcast. Stay tuned where we are talking about ways to release blocks with
We'll be
Miss
back.
Hannah Yamaya and special guest Tezzy.
Be back, you guys. Whew. All right, y'all.
Ooh, this is something else. Hey. So how y'all feeling?
So, yeah, any questions in there? Any questions? Trying to see what's down here.
I don't see anything.
Hey. So, but yeah, you guys that's still here with the live. If you just came in, we are talking about ways to release blocks. So if things aren't going quite the way you want them right now, trying to give you some pointers on how to change things around for you. Change your mindset, your ways of thinking. A lot of this comes from generational curses, traumas. And I don't even want to say traumas. I want to say just generational curses, just learning from your environment, the people that raised you, because they didn't know any better,
Right. So
And
y'all ready?
blocks, like I know my blocks was coming from because every time I was saying, hey, I want to do something, they was like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't do that. And then when I was told, I was like, well, why would you keep telling me I can't do something when you didn't even give me a chance to try? Well, I'm just bringing you back to reality. Whose reality? See, that's the problem. That could be a block right there because people don't have the same reality as you. So you talking to somebody, it could be your parents. It don't care who it is. You talking to them and they don't have the same reality as you, they're going to squish your dream if you let them. You heard what I said, if you let them.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to learn,
Yep.
you know.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
I thought we was already on.
No.
Hey.
No, we're still live, so I didn't want to stop talking on there.
All right, here we go.
Oh, okay. And I don't lit my cigarette.
Back to Fake Creative What a Beans podcast, where we're talking about ways to remove blocks so you can manifest to your highest potential in life. And we left off with Tezzy, the nomadic magician. He was giving us some great pointers. And if you want to take that from here, or you want to pass it on to Hannah.
I actually want to piggyback off something you were saying and everything during the live. We had stopped the podcast, but during the live you was still talking, and you was talking about how people from your family, could put you down and everything, squash your dreams and everything. They'll say very detrimental things to your healing journey. Don't ever let your friends, your family, whatever, don't ever let anyone put down your spiritual journey of your healing. That is your mindset. That is your thing to focus on. You know what I'm saying? Even hearing from more practiced witches or more practiced spiritual people like ourselves and everything. If we say anything negative towards you that you don't like and everything, you should say forget it. You know what I mean? Because our way is not your way and your way is your way. You can only walk your way.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to pass it.
Well, I could get back, if you let me, Miss Tiffany, I could get back to more of how to, protect yourself, while you are removing blockages. So, as I told you about the Archangel Michael, how you can get him to shield and protect you, you can also use your energy. Your energy is your greatest and your worst ally. If you achieve high energy, then you create a very powerful tool for protection. So as you are positive, you have high energy. You are surrounded by people, events, and energies that match the positive frequency that you carry. So in the instance that you are in sync with your own divinity, the energy that flows through you is so powerful that no lower energy can touch nor affect you with your own energy is raised. So your own intentions is more than enough to be protected. So you can also wear special stones, again, like me and Mr. Tezzy talked about. You can use crystals or gemstones that comes from the earth. And for this, they hold a special energy. Wearing crystals, like a special crystal locket, you can it will help you protect against low energy attacks. And there's a lot of stones known for protection, such as black tourmaline, amber, quartz, amethyst, and many more. Stones are very unique, and they can be assigned to a role of protection. Even if they're not any of those mentioned above, you can set your intention on any song for anything that you need it to do for you. Okay. Attention is powerful. You can also call upon your spiritual guides for protection. Every one of us.
I got something, if you wouldn't mind. My apologies and everything. I don't mean to interrupt. I like to piggyback on that. That's crystal reprogramming. You know what you're speaking of and everything. And it's a lost art that really needs to be brought back and everything, because everybody can't find every crystal that we need. But if your attention and your mindset is very strong, if it's powerful, anything can be anything that you want. That's the power of manifestation, period.
Right.
And
right.
back to you.
That is so true, Mr. Tezzy. But you can also call upon your spiritual team. Now, every one of us has a spiritual team. And you know, our spiritual team comes in threes. And there is a spiritual team in the spiritual world that is here to help you out. If you assign them to shield you continuously against any psychic attacks or any lower energy, they will know what to do. So being able to shield or protect leaves out certain energies, but also prevents some good ones from joining you. So perhaps certain spirit guides that want to join your spirit team cannot tune into you because you're shielding, blocking out the healing energy from making you, and it's carrying, it carries in order to pass on energy healing to others. So for this, I suggest that you clear it, of what kind of shielding you wish to have before creating it. Okay. So for instance, the protective invocation, in the point in 2, where I talked about invoking, invoking angels, it protects against negative energy, negative thoughts, and negative spirits, against negative people. You can also take down your protection shielding, and a thought is just enough, as it is just shielding your energy and not allowing any external energies to connect. So this is especially true if you want to do any healing, or if you feel it will interfere with your spiritual connection. Make sure that you don't allow too much protection to stop you from getting the good energy that you need. Okay. Back to you, Miss Tiff.
Okay, thank you so much for that information. And you guys, you do know you do want to protect yourself. Not even just when you're doing divination work, in everyday life. Okay, protect yourself. And I wanted to talk about, we were talking about before when the podcast wasn't on. Sorry, but the live was on. We were talking about your thoughts, your thought patterns. I don't know how many people know about speaking out positive affirmations, but speaking out positive affirmations is a good way to try to change your subconscious thoughts. When we're born, before we're spoken to, we don't know what we can't do and what can't happen, what can happen. But our mind gets molded by everybody else. For example, and I'm sorry, you can't tell me otherwise, but I have in my mind, I bet you if I never thought that fire was hot, I'd be able to put my hand in fire and not burn myself. Because how do people walk on hot coals? It's mind over matter.
Right.
They always told me it's hot, you're going to burn yourself.
Right.
So guess what? If I put my hand in fire, it's hot and I'm going to burn myself. But I have seen people put their hand in fire and not burn themselves. And you know what? And they said, because I didn't let it do it. Huh? It's deeper. It's so much deeper than we even know. There's so much things that we can. I don't want nobody going there and putting their hands in fire, coming back talking about Tiffany, I burned myself because no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I don't know if you got that mind over matter type thing yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got something. I mean, I truly feel that in everything because it is mind over matter. But that doesn't mean that you can't push past your own boundaries, your own limitations that you have put on yourself out of fear. You can always push forward. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a leap and everything. I mean, how else do you practice magic? And back to you, Miss Tiffany.
Yep, the magic is it's as above, so below. That's exactly what it is. So if you can think it in the mental, you can experience it in the physical. Tell me you can't. If you can't, that means there's a blockage there. So now you got to figure out what's blocking me. Why can't what's in my mental? Why can't I get that in the physical? Because I guarantee you, everything in your mental, you can manifest into the physical.
But I can't tell you this. if you are trying to use your mental and you're trying to set any intentions and you still got blockage, remember, decluttering is a must. Okay. If
Yeah.
you have not started decluttering the mental, the physical, and anything else, I always tell my clients, start with your closet.
Hmm.
Because guess what? At the end of the day, you probably got clothes, purses, shoes, and all these things in your closet that you don't even use. And it's holding up space. Just like
Hmm.
the negative thoughts in your mind, you got things about your businesses, things about your bills, things about your kids that's negative. Let that shit go. Declutter. Because if you do not declutter, every time you try to remove any blockage, remember, you create your own blockage. Regardless of how you do it, how you say it, how you think it, how you speak it, your energy can be blockage as well. So you have to declutter. It's scientifically proven that decluttering is a must before you do anything mentally, physically, and spiritually. Declutter. And that's all I got to say.
Yes. Also, make sure your relationship with what you want matches your what you want. Put it that way. So you want a new car. But go back to the new car. You want a new car. But for some reason, you feel like you're not even worthy of this new car.
All right.
Or you want a new car and you get a used car, but you want a new car. Yeah, I know people say it's new to you, but you wanted a new car. You blocked yourself somewhere because you could have got that new car, even though it was new to you. But that's just another way of thinking of things. You know what I'm saying? And
That's a lower vibration.
another way of thinking of things. Because if I want something, I'm getting exactly what I want.
Right.
That's what I'm going to get exactly. This Tiffany here to what's today, October 12th, 2022. I know, and I have known for the last 2 years, 3 years, when I want it and I think it, I grab it out the sky and it's in my physical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I wasn't at that mindset. I was at that mindset, how? I don't understand how. And guess what? That's all I kept getting was how. I don't understand. Things might trickle in. Ooh, it happened. But then as soon as it comes through, it's gone. Because my relationship to it didn't match. Now, guess what? I know I can get what I want. I want it. And if I don't get it, I go back to the drawing board, figure out where I'm blocking myself, and then I do it all over again the right way. Because once you put it out there, know it's yours. Know it's yours. Go ahead, Miss Hannah.
Girl, when you said I know I can, I thought you was about to spit that knives on me.
I was thinking that. But I was like, I can't do that to them.
I thought she was like, I know I can be what I want to be.
I can.
but I can tell you this, and I want to piggyback off of what Tiffany said. And I don't know if you guys listened to our podcast this morning. We had Vanette LaJoy as a guest speaker with me and Miss Tiffany this morning. And we talked about that if you step into your power and you know who you are and you know what you're about. One thing that I can say, and I can say this right now, I can ask Tezzy, Tiffany, or anybody that I know personally, that I know that they know who they are. The first thing that they're going to say is, I am. Okay. If you can't say I am about yourself, then you don't know who you are. You don't know what you want to be. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know your destiny. You don't know what you desire. Miss Tiffany.
Because the I am activates the God in you. Okay?
Yes.
So you got to be careful what you follow it with.
Right.
Got to be careful.
I got one.
Go ahead. Fuzzy.
I say I am at least 6 or 7 times a day.
Yeah.
You are not lying. You are not lying. And being a guide and walking in my guide steps and everything, I accept nothing less. Like truly, it's a young lady up in this line who said hello, queen and king. Let me tell you one good thing. My preferred pronouns are God or sir, not king. I leave the king title to the mortals. I am a god. And you can have it.
Can you say that again? Because
Drop the
I'm the
mic.
one the queen comes to when she needs rest.
Drop
Thank
the
you.
mic. Drop the mic, sir. Drop the
I'm the
mic.
one the queen comes to when she needs healing. Because she's doing a lot of work. I'm just saying, hey.
Well, I will consider myself, I'm not a queen. I'm not a queen. I consider myself a goddess because at the end of the day, I am a god with the dis in it. Because you know why?
Hmm.
Everything that I do, everything that I touch turns into gold.
I say that vein of gold that we all have, and that
Right.
just needs to be tapped into. That vein of gold, like Midas is such, and everything. Everything that I touch is gold. This is gold. This is gold. This is
Right.
gold. I am gold because
It
I
might
am
not
God.
look gold to you, but it's gold to me.
Hmm.
Miss Tiffany, go.
You said it's go to me. But no disrespect. I mean, we understand where you're coming from with the king and queen. Ain't no disrespect
Oh yeah,
at
no
all.
disrespect, no
No
disrespect, no
disrespect.
disrespect. It's just like my friend said. It's changing that mindset.
Right.
It's changing that mindset because a king and a queen, them are adorned, them are given titles by the masses, by the people and everything. To be a god, you born up in it. You know what I mean? And we're born up in this, as are you.
You
I'm only a queen to my man.
know,
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm
Ooh,
only a queen.
he better treat you like a queen.
But at the end of the day, when it's time to step on that pedestal, on that chair, I'm a goddess.
yeah. So, okay. One thing I do want to talk about, there's so much power in the tongue. Okay.
Yes.
What you speak, how you speak is your universe, the universe, God, whoever you call it, because hey, I'm all religions, but I'm not religious. Okay. I'm whatever you are. I agree. That's what I
I
am. Okay.
believe in everything. I believe in everything, and I believe in nothing.
And I believe in nothing. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So there's power in the tongue. You know, in the English class, the two negatives make a positive, right?
Hmm.
You got to be careful what you say.
Mhm.
When you start saying what you don't want, that's exactly what you manifest. For the simple fact that you're paying attention to what you don't want. That in turn is a blockage right there because you're thinking of things wrong. And trust me, it's human nature. And I'm saying it's human nature because that's the way we're programmed. That's the way we're programmed. Because I guarantee, probably not the people in here, but a lot of people, I could ask them, hey, what do you want? What do they start saying? What they don't want. I didn't ask you what you don't want. I asked you what you want. And because you're overwhelmed with what you don't want, you don't even realize what you want. That's why you have to quiet your mind. Mindfulness meditation. That's a good thing to do. But quiet your mind or organize your mind. I don't even want to say quiet it because every time I say quiet it, people think they just got to blank it out. No, organize your mind because the thoughts need to come in. The thoughts is what manifests. So you can't blank out your mind. You got to organize your mind. Your thoughts got to come and be organized. Go ahead, Mr. Tuzzy.
It's funny. It's funny. I'm laughing and everything because I like how I love how you put that in everything because you can't silence your mind. People, you can't silence your mind. To silence your mind, you be dead, right? Like just to throw that out there to you guys. Back to you.
That's yep. You can't silence your. He's right. You can't silence your mind. So you got to organize your thoughts and be
Hey,
conscious of
Heather.
it.
I definitely want to go to, the law of pure potential. I don't know if you guys know
Mm.
about the law of pure potential, but the law of pure potential means that we were born pure. Okay. And when we were born pure, that's why they say that as children, we're closer to the spiritual world than we are adults, right? And the reason why she said you can't quiet your mind is because a lot of people think that when they quiet their mind, that they gotta stop those thoughts. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to mindful meditation, deep meditation. All of these meditations does not require you to stop the thought process. It requires you to allow yourself to let the thoughts continue to go. But you have to learn how to turn yourself off from allowing them thoughts to get you. Okay. And sometimes I can tell, and some of these people that is in this live stream is actually my clients. You can ask them. I always tell them, hey, let your mind process. Let it process them thoughts when you are allowing yourself to meditate, when you are allowing yourself to quiet the soul. Because when we say quiet your mind, we're not saying quiet the cage, quiet your soul. Your soul has to be quiet so your mind can be quiet. If your soul's still moving, because we still do soul traveling when we're asleep, when we're meditating, we soul travel. Your soul has to be still. What do they say? Peace, be still. If you want peace, sit your ass down and be still. Back to you, Tim.
I think you had something to say, Mr. Tezzy.
Oh no, I was agreeing. I was just saying ground. You got to ground.
Okay, I think we had a question from Miss Raven. Do you have to charge your crystals? If so, you know what? Okay, I do charge my.
So many ways. So many ways.
Yep, it's different ways. Some people use incense. I'm just say what I do. I put mine out in the moon. I put mine out in a full moon to release, and a new moon to bring new things in. So that's what I do. I also different stones. Certain stones can't be wet, but certain stones I'll wipe them down with Florida water as well. I usually what I do is I put them out in the moon, and then I bring them in and I wipe them down with my Florida water. But how do you do yours, Mr. Tezzy?
Like you said, there's a many of different ways to do it and everything. Sometimes you can let certain crystals get wet and everything, but me myself, I like to put mine out in the good rain. And I found out while I was staying in Omaha, Nebraska, that certain crystals charge up very nicely in the snow. And you can always plant your crystals. You can plant you can plant your crystals in the ground for the harvest to come forward.
There's another way. I am the crystal charger. Let me tell y'all. There's another way that you can do it without actually using outside nature. Okay, remember, as humans, as spiritual beings, we are nature too. Okay, we are part of nature. So one way that I do it instead of taking my crystals out of nature, because even nature is pure. Sometimes leaving your crystals outside, you still have people come around and pick them up or touch them while they're outside. So I don't really trust a lot of people outside. You get what I'm saying? So I am a Reiki master. Okay, I've been a Reiki master for almost 4 years now. So my hands are my healers. Okay, so what I do is I wash my hands thoroughly. Like a doctor, when you go to a doctor, he about to, perform surgery. He wash from the forearm all the way down to the hands, right? You wash your hands. You take your hands and you hold them and you put the intention that you going to use these hands to charge your crystals. So you take each crystal one by one. Don't charge them all together. Take your hands and you cuff them and you chant to charge them. Chant whatever you want to chant to charge them. It only takes 10 minutes of your pure time to do that. It's one of the easiest ways that I know if I don't want my crystals outside. I also use moon water. Moon water can charge your crystals too.
I got one. I got one more. And you can always sleep with them. You can always sleep with them, giving them your physical energy as well. Like you said, because we are nature.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the state of slumber and everything. You're in the state of relaxation and everything. All that transfers to your crystal as you sleep with them underneath your pillows.
And remember, there's no written rules to this. It's all by
Exactly.
what you feel. I can't
I
sit there and
say.
tell you to do something and it don't feel good to you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because and trust me, it happens. It happens. That's the true definition of a free spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. There's no written rule. Just
Mm-hmm.
respect. First of all, respect, Mr.
See,
Teddy.
and that's where a lot of this gets misconstrued with spiritualism and practicing magic of any kind and everything. People, really believe that it has to be a specific way, that you have to do everything, and it's not. These every witch that came up with every spell and everything had to go out there and test the waters to see what worked for them. You have to see what works for you.
That's true.
It's
And back
like
to you,
religions or denominations. Going to
I
church.
say.
You go to what feels good to your spirit. That's what you do. What feels good to your spirit.
Right, because what works for you may not works for me. I always tell my clients is that I am the vessel. I can show you my way, but it's up to you to tweak it.
But you
That's
perfect it to your way. That's the
perfect it to your way. There's been
See,
times where Tiffany and showed me something and I'll tweak it and she be like, God damn, Hannah, you fucking genius. Or
right.
Tiffany will show me something and I'm like, dang, Hannah, Tiffany, that's genius. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tweak it in my way and show her and we be bouncing off each other. Go ahead, Mr. Tezzy.
y'all just got a question. You guys see the
Yes.
question?
Yes.
Is
It's
this
supposed to be yes.
oh
Yes.
oh no, that's all I was looking at. Like
We're
the
going to
question
make
and
This.
sure
everything.
how to be responsible, walking in your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
uh, about removing blocks. Because first of all, is you're blocking yourself somewhere if you're not walking in your purpose. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
not walking in your purpose? First of all, you got to figure out what your purpose is.
And isn't this all walking in your purpose? Anyways, when you start your healing journey, when you start your spiritual journey, whichever label that you want to put on it, it's still walking in the purpose that you feel that you should be
Mm-hmm.
walking up in. No matter how it changes, the crossroads that you go through and everything, it's still your purpose that you chose.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Ms. Logan says she's been able to feel the energy in her hands lately. Yep.
That means you need to start using your hands more, Mrs. Raven. A lot of
So
times
this,
our hands is where we feel most of the energy. Why are we feel most of our energy in our hands? That's a sign that you are a healer. And if you're not using your hands to heal, that is a confirmation that maybe this is what you need to be doing. A lot of times our hands and it's the part that we use to heal, like doctors, nurses, anybody that works in the medical field, they healers with their hands. So maybe whatever you're doing right now, you perfect it by using your hands to heal.
But
it's
even like
funny.
I'm sorry, even
Oh no, no, no.
musicians who write music, poetry, that's using your hands as well. That's hands healing, using your hands with
Mm-hmm.
words, playing
Writing.
instruments. You're using your hands. So it's not just doctors or you're thinking that way. Healing could be healing of your soul, healing of your mind, alignment, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Mr.
I
Tezzy.
want to piggyback. I want to piggyback off Miss Hannah was saying and everything. With in response to Miss Raven feeling the energy and everything. It's funny that we got onto energy talk because I actually wrote down a law of energy and everything that I just really like, and I think people need to know. So if y'all wouldn't mind and everything, I would love to tell your audience.
Would you want to wait to
Um.
the break? We got 2 minutes to the break.
Oh, we got a break. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I can wait for the break.
So, Miss Tiffany, you want to take us to the break?
Okay, so we are going to go on a quick little break here. And when we get back, we are going to talk to Mr. Tezzy. He's going to tell us some really good information until 30 seconds.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
We'll see y'all in 30 seconds. Y'all stay tuned.
Later.
So y'all, we are not going on break on live. We are actually podcasting and live at the same time. So when you hear we say we're going on break, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're leaving the live. Okay.
Someone said enjoy your break, so you did.
Doesn't necessarily mean we're great,
Right.
So the next segment could be 20 minutes. And stay on this live without podcasting. Or we
How
go
long do y'all
longer.
stay on y'all live?
From an hour and 15 minutes. Well, the live.
The podcast is an hour.
An hour 15 to an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't worried about the podcast. I just want to know about the live. I got to get a smoke in.
I've been turning my camera off. So if y'all see my camera go off, that's because I'm smoking. All right. So y'all ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here we go. Miss Tiffany.
Okay, we are back with Sacred Creative What Beans podcast. We are talking about releasing blocks, placing your footsteps in the sand, and finding your own purpose. And we were talking to Mr. Tezzy, the nomadic magician, and we're going to go back to him.
So, I wanted to give y'all a little law of energy and everything. Just one of the little laws if you're looking for something and everything. So, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy means that all energy is in a continual motion with the intention of moving from dark to light and lower to higher vibrations. Energy is made to move and change. For its grander purpose is to assist the soul in continually evolving. Pause. My bad. I lost my place. So energy is made to move and change. For its grander purpose is to assist the soul in continually evolving. The beauty of energy is that it is internal and in a galaxy where nothing else is. Just something I wanted to put out there, y'all. Now back to you, Miss Tiffany.
Okay. I ain't have nothing else to say, but Miss Hannah.
No. Let them interpret it. I feel.
I muted, but that is a good law. The law of pure, basically, it's the law of pure potential. Because one thing that me and Miss Tiffany did talk about yesterday is that energy can't be destroyed. It can only change. You can only change the form of energy. So a lot of times when you are trying to, place your own footprints in the sand, make sure that you know that you are the conductor of your life. So you can change energy, but you can't destroy it. So if you're trying to destroy the energy of anything or anyone or any place, remember, don't try to destroy it because it doesn't move. One thing about energy is 99% empty until you observe it. Okay. You put a negative or a positive to energy. And when you put a negative or a positive energy, it's going to be a negative or a positive energy. Okay. So you are the conductor of the observer and the executioner. You can do whatever you want with energy, but you cannot destroy it. Remember that, Miss Tiffany.
And that is true. So a block is nothing but energy. You can't destroy it, but you can change it. You can turn it around. And only you can turn around your blocks. People tend to think that they got to have help. You may need help to figure out, say, for instance, I'm a life coach, okay? I can help you, but I can only help you help yourself. I can't just help you and you do nothing. You have to, first of all, have the want, the desire to change your mindset. Okay. That's number one. You have to want to change your mindset. First of all, acknowledge that you have a negative way of thinking or a negative mindset. You can even say, hey, I'm walking bad luck. Okay, then we can work on that. Because by time within the next week, you won't be walking bad luck. You'll be changing things around and you'll be figuring out. That's because you wanted to help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really helping you. You know what I'm saying? If we look at it that way, I'm not really helping you, but I am helping you.
Right.
I'm helping you figure out what you need to do to help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want anyone to be blocked. Because once I found out, hey, I was standing in my own way, I wanted to shout it from the mountaintops. Thing is I can't force it down everyone's throat. You have to figure it out for yourself. You're not going through bad luck or bad periods because of someone else. You're going through it because something happened that didn't feel good to you and you stayed in that place. You stayed in that place. Maybe it's a familiar place to feel like a victim, to feel victimized. Maybe that's the issue. And if that's the issue, guess what? Why be the victim when you can be the victor? Mr. Tezzy?
I love telling my clients on piggybacking on that. I love telling my client that sometimes being the victim gives you the attention that you feel that you need, but it doesn't. It just brings you down lower. It just brings you down lower. That's what I wanted to say. Just a little cut in.
And that is true.
You got a question, Miss
How do you
Tiffany?
reach out to find your purpose? How do you reach out to us, or how do you find your purpose? But how you find your purpose is I'm just going to answer a couple different ways because until you come back and let us know. But in order to find your purpose, you have to sit quietly with yourself.
Oh,
with your higher self.
I got something. 1 second. Go ahead, Tiffany, but I'm about to break it down to you to find your purpose. Okay, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna let Tiffany finish, and then I'm gonna break it down to you. 1 second.
Sit with your higher self. I can tell you the way I found my purpose. People was coming up to me telling me their problems. People I didn't know. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Why are these people? I mean, everywhere. Grocery store, man, come up to me. I'm looking at the cabbage and they come up, hey, my girlfriend dumped me. And why are you talking to me, man? I didn't do that. I actually would talk to them and make them feel better. And I didn't realize that I was life coaching. Someone brought it to my attention. But go ahead, Miss Hannah.
Okay, so y'all know, I don't know if y'all listen to our podcast, but every podcast, your girl Hannah always do a quote, and I forgot I haven't did one today. So I'm going to do this quote, and it's by Geoth, okay? And he said, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, okay? The chance to draw back always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth. The ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from decisions, raisings in one favor, all manners of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. And boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Now, how you find your purpose, you guys, and I'm gonna give you guys a straight, no, all raw, no feel, no, everything. This is all raw. I have a mentorship program that I will be starting in December, and I actually have a couple people in this podcast right now that has graduated my mentorship program actually last month. And at the end of it's a 6-month progress mentorship program where we talk about creating your life purpose. And the way you create your life purpose is there is called a life purpose statement. Okay. And this life purpose statement, it's a process of becoming the sculpture of your life, your spiritual life, your business life, your finance life, your physical life, any part of your life, every aspect of your life. You simplify, you disintangible, and from the things that you do not want, and you chip away the chaos. So I'm going to tell you how to do your life purpose, and I will write a PDF on it. Now, the law that I will use is called the law of desire or destiny. The law of desire or destiny say what you truly desire is your destiny. Your greatest will is that which prevails within your life. It is the sum of your consciousness and actions. At the core of you is the creator of your destiny, of the physical realm, a unique divine design. So this extent to which you have clarity of your desire specifically inform the universal law is the extent to which you experience the destiny you consciously desire. So if you want to create your if you want to create your life, and Deja, you know this, if you want to create your life purpose and you want to reach and find your life purpose, you already did that. If you go back into your Google Classroom, you already created your life purpose, okay? So the first thing you do is you create a statement. When you create the statement, you're making a commitment to yourself. That's your life purpose. That's that commitment. Go ahead, Tiffany.
I was listening to a video the other day, you guys, and it was a guy, I think he was a Chinese guy born in China, and his IQ was genius level. Like he was speaking, they said full sentences by like 8 months. By 8 years old or 9 years old, he was working for NASA in the United States, okay? And then he got lonely and he didn't want to do that anymore. He wanted to be a kid. So he went, Korea. Seoul, Korea. That's where Seoul, South Korea, something like that. So he goes back to Korea and wants to become a kid and became a teacher. And they say that he was a wasted genius. He says, no, I'm walking in my purpose because I'm doing what I love. Right. They were trying to force him to do something he didn't want to do. But what he wanted to do was be an educator. That's what his purpose was. And he's loving what he does because he's walking in his purpose. He's not doing what somebody else wanted to do.
Matter of fact, I actually told the same story that you're talking about in my mentorship program, and it goes with the creator. It's the same. I'll shit you not. I can't read the story to you. But I want you guys to know that
that's alignment. Sorry, that's alignment, y'all.
Yeah, I actually talks about this in my mentorship program, and I want to let you guys know that creating your purpose, it has to be overthink. If you put too much thought into it, it's going to sound confused. It's going to make you oblivious. You get what I'm saying? Focus on what it is that you want, what it is that you need, what it is that you desire. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know that, today is the day to start decluttering, letting go of the things that you cannot control, the things that you want to control, the things that it's out of your control. Everything that is material wise is out of your control. Everything that is within you is in your control. Stop trying to control things and walk into your purpose. When you let go of control and thoughts and negative thoughts, that's when that purpose will come to you. Because all three of us had to let go of control in order to get where we at right now. All three of us loves what we do. Why? Because we let go of control. We let go of negative thoughts. We let go of anything that we cannot control to get where we at right now. Miss Tiffany?
I want to say when I was trying to control things, and okay, I have been a migraine sufferer. When I was trying to control things, my head was always hurting. And it's funny because people like, your head always hurt. Well, I was always trying to control things. I was always trying to make everything be the way I wanted to be. No matter if I put it out in the universe, I was trying to control how it came to me. But as soon as I released that, I'm not saying I don't get migraines, but oh my God, the difference. And it's almost like, I don't know if you pay attention to your body when you try to control things. I was clenching my teeth just like that. Didn't realize it. That was causing my migraines. But that's because I was concentrating so hard subconsciously to try to control things. And I had to go through and reprogram my subconscious. I had to. And the craziest part is most of my negative thinking happened later on in life. It didn't even happen when I was a child. It happened later on in life, like high school, college. Things I picked up wasn't instilled in me from birth. Mr. Tezzy, the nomadic magician.
So, and it's a difference. It's a difference in releasing, and it's a difference in releasing and walking in your purpose. It is a difference. Like, yeah, we chose our paths and everything, but we had to release the wanting to control our path. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like I totally feel you. That stress,
We didn't choose
that
our
stress
path.
reliever.
We didn't choose our path. The
Our
path
past
chose
was
us.
us. Yes. It chose
Oh no,
us.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's something that I always tell my students and everything. I chose this because I could have just still been out there. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I see
Especially,
what you're saying. I didn't ignore it.
just you know what I mean. Especially being a black young male and
You were
everything, the
being
odds is
obedient.
always stacked.
You were being
hmm
Right.
I,
obedient.
I, I listen. I listen to spirit. I listen to soul. I listen to the universe, the angels, whatever way y'all want to call it, and everything.
Mhm.
And I took a step on this path towards my purpose, and that's what I
That's
did.
alignment. That's alignment. He
Mm-hmm.
walked in his walking in your purpose is alignment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you are walking in your purpose, you are aligned. There shouldn't be anything that gets in your way.
Right. But to be honest with you, I can tell you this. Sometimes you can get off of your purpose. I know that we're giving you guys some good pointers, but as humans, we
Yeah.
are meant to be able to get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? The universe throws the little balls, the curve balls in our life for a reason to see how we come back up. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're walking in your purpose, you may see yourself going through minor setbacks, but those minor setbacks comes back for a big ass come up. So I know that I have been through a minor setback and I'm coming up. You know what I'm saying? I know that Tiffany been through a minor setback, but don't let these setbacks get you out of your purpose too long.
It was a setup for me. Sorry. He wasn't no setback. He set me up to get a higher purpose. Hey.
Hey, you know what? And it's funny. It's funny Miss Tiffany said that because I was so about to say the universe will play with y'all. Y'all,
Yes.
y'all take it for father with you if you want to and everything. The universe will play with you. He'll see he or she, whatever you want to call it. They'll see that you're walking. They'll see that you're getting your thing, and they'll slap you with a setback just to see if you're going to stay in that setback.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can't
Pull
let that beat
yourself
you.
up by your bootstraps. You better start waiting on Jesus to come save you.
Whoever he is.
I mean, shit, he wasn't here. Excuse me, but he wasn't here through the COVID.
We ain't come back from slavery either.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And before Tiffany take us on out because we're about to end the podcast, but I can tell you this: I believe in reincarnation, and a lot of people don't know that we go through in our past life, we go through certain things that rolls over to our current life. And a lot of part of removing any blockages is forgiving yourself from the things that you did in the past, the present, and the future. So if you haven't forgiven yourself for the things that you did, that you didn't know you did, the things that you know you did, then you're going to still find yourself going through those reoccurring negative patterns. And we all have reoccurring negative patterns every day because forgiveness is something that we do not do. That is called removing blockages too, because we can create our own blockages and not know it, Mr. Tezzy.
1 second before we get off here and everything, and I I love that you said it's something about reincarnation, and I use that in my own past life reading
Hmm.
because you never know what you did up in the past life that is affecting this life, and there are
Right.
ways to clear it. You know, like that's all I want to say though. But
There is.
to you, Miss,
So, I mean, there's a lot of people out here that don't tell you guys that, but I know
huh?
that all three of us also offer past life readings. If you need to know what happened in your past life, who you was in your past life, I'm sure that you can hit me, Tiffany, or Mr. Tezzy up to get that reading. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be free, but it's going to cost you a couple coins, but you're more than welcome to do that so you can know how to get on with what you got going on in this current life right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and
And
give that back. Oh, go ahead.
and I can say before we go and everything, and I can say the clients that I have given past life readings to, it really helps them to see because it
Yeah.
aligns so perfectly with this life that you be shocked. You be shocked. You be shocked at it. But
Also,
go ahead.
also ancestor trauma reading. Sometimes our lineage, our bloodline
I say.
causes us to deal with blockages. Okay. So if you don't know
Generational
your family trauma,
curses.
huh? If
Generational curses.
if you don't know your family trauma, the things that's rolled over in your traits, in your physical traits, the things that you're doing to harm yourself based off of what your great great grandma, great great daddy, great great grandma, all of those bloodlines create blockages too, Miss Tiffany.
Depression is one big thing that gets passed down generation to generation to generation to generation. And I speak on this because it's big in my family, I'm just, but it used to be hush hush. It used to be hush hush. Shh, don't tell nobody.
Hmm.
But once the generational curse breakers came out, we start, ain't no hush hush. Hey, are you having this problem? You too? Oh no, okay, so something going on. This started from somewhere. And
Yep.
once we try to figure out where it started from, then you can start doing the healing and heal it for the future generations.
I
Facts.
say.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
say.
Because don't
Mhm.
nobody want to be stuck taking medicine and stuff like that. Don't nobody
Facts.
want to
Hmm.
do that. You know, pharmaceutical, pharma. That's what is. I can't remember where it come from, but witchcraft, and they have the nerve to talk about us. What?
Mhm.
Okay.
Somebody
We
say we hit our 80-minute mark.
So we about to go ahead, Tiffany, close us out.
we are going to go ahead and end the podcast with this. You guys, get out your own way. Remove your own blocks. If you find that you're not manifesting the way you want to manifest, because even manifesting negative things is manifesting,
I say.
you need to slow down and take a look at the bigger picture. Where are you stopping yourself? Not where someone's stopping you, because that person may be around you and you need to get rid of them. So where
Mhm.
are you stopping yourself? What do I need to clean out? What do I need to change around so I can change this wheel of fortune around for myself? So
Exactly.
we are going to go ahead and sign out. We want to thank our special guest, Tezzy, the Nomadic Magician.
Yes.
Hooray!
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all
Next
for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're
Thank
very
you. We
welcome.
got to have you back again.
Yes, we
I,
definitely do.
I would love it. I would love it.
So we will see you guys later. Y'all tune in Friday. We do have Mrs. Cassie Mitchell for a special guest. This podcast will be uploaded tonight at 1:30 a.m. Okay.
Ooh.
So this is for your late nighters. Okay. So y'all stay tuned. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yes, love y'all.
Bye.
So we still live or we going to go off live?
We could go off live because he has to make his ad.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. And if you have any questions, make sure you inbox us, either Sacred Creative Weather Beans or me. I'm Tiffany Alexander.
Hannah Yamaya.
Um, Tezzy B, the nomadic magician.
Or you can hit me up on Say Creations and Healing LLC. and Miss Tiffany, What to Be in
I'm
Spiritual Life
What to
Coaching.
Be in Spiritual Life Coaching. Yes.
So y'all stay
Or
tuned.
you can y'all can also hit me up at Nomadic Works.
All
Also,
right,
stay
y'all.
tuned because we will try to do this more and more and more. So don't forget to check us out on Spotify as well, you guys. We are on Spotify, Apple
And Apple
Podcasts,
Music, right? Oh yeah, Apple
Apple
Podcasts.
Podcasts, and Anchor. So if you have the Anchor app, check us out. You can always go to Say Creative Water Beings website. Our podcast is on the website as well. So you can also listen to the podcast on the website. Okay. So see you guys later.